Are you a starseed, lightworker, empath, sensitive, or healer? And did you just experience a shocking or unexpected turn of events in your relationship? Then this reading is for you. The Black Feather Intuitive, and these times are a changin' and they're a little bit crazy, and that means that we are also often being reactive in our relationships, and unexpected things are popping up and popping through. So I have decided to pull a few cards and see what you need to know about why this shocking event has occurred. And I like to call it a tower moment, like the tower in the tarot. Why do I call that the tower in tarot? Because the tower card is that complete oblivion. It's a complete change of perspective. It's something that is completely unexpected or unanticipated. And it is a crumbling of something. It is truth revealed. It is things not going the way that you thought in such a way that it's doing a 180. It's those kinds of things. And so the tower in the tarot represents one of those shocking, unexpected events. So what do you need to know about why it's happening, why it's showing up, and what can you do about it? I am pulling cards from the Fantôme Tarot deck today, and I've written out 3 specific questions that we can ask ourselves. And the first one is, what is this tower moment clearing away from my life? So let's see what our angels and guides and highest guide energy and ascended masters and peeps all have to say about it. 8 of Pentacles. It's clearing away this idea that you have to work extra hard. It's clearing away obstacles to your path to mastery. So you want to be asking yourself right now, what is it that I've recently manifested? What have I recently set some goals around? Because when you have set some goals, when you've put that out into the universe, sometimes what happens is we unexpectedly end up having to get rid of certain things in our life. And it doesn't make sense at the time because we're thinking, okay, everything's fine in my relationship. Everything is working really well. I'm, trying to do a different goal in my career path. What does that have to do with my relationship? But we always want to remember that our angels and guides have a completely different perspective. They've got the bird's eye view. We're always looking up this way. And so we only have the view based on what we can see and how far our heads can turn. But they're looking down, and so they can see all of the potentials, all of the possibilities. So I'm feeling that you're going to be clearing away extra work, excess work that no longer requires your attention to detail, because it's now time to spread its wings and fly. And I feel like when it's talking about your relationship, this is a particular issue that I feel has been coming up and coming up and coming up and coming up and coming up over and over and over again. And there's a part of you that is saying, I don't want to have to do this shit anymore. I'm ready to make a change. I'm ready to move forward. And like I said, you could have manifested something in your career path, and all of a sudden now you're having a problem in your relationship. Take a look at that aspect of your relationship because it's mirroring what is going on in your work environment. That aspect in your relationship needs to be shifted and changed. It needs to be looked at, it needs to be reviewed, and it needs to be tweaked in order for you to be able to grow fully into this manifestation that you have had. Now, a tower moment doesn't necessarily mean that you have to clear away the relationship. And some of you watching this, it may be that you're feeling like your relationship is coming to an end. But for some of you, it might be a particular aspect or a way of doing things that is coming to an end. And 8 of Pentacles really is letting you know, hey, you've got your resources, you've got the smarts, you've got the intellect, you know what it is that you need to do moving forward. So continue to do that. Apply your wisdom, do the work. And for some of you, I feel that's a very specific message. Perhaps the tower moment is happening in your relationship because one or the other partner is not doing the work. So really pay attention to what are our relationship goals and where are we falling short in that? Where are we not doing the work or doing the right kind of work in that relationship to bring it about? The second card, the second question, what does this tower moment want you to see and acknowledge? Ooh, this is big, and this really popped out. Wow. So we just had the 8 of Pentacles, and now we've got the 9 of Pentacles. So this is definitely a situation where it's not over. That's not the purpose of this. It's not meant to be over. It's meant to get you to this 9 of Pentacles, to the gratitude for what it has shown you, the gratitude for where you are, gratitude for how much you have grown. Yeah, gratitude. Sometimes it feels like a big fat turd when you have this tower moment coming through, right? So gratitude and gratitude. But here's another thing you want to think about. Sometimes when these tower moments come up, we get all dun dun dun, we freak out and we're like, oh my God, what am I supposed to do with this? Sometimes all it is a shift in perspective to say, how far have I come as a result of my interaction with this person? I am forever changed because I have spent time with this person, whether it's been 2 years, 20 years, or 2 minutes. I am forever changed because my energy and this person's energy have intermingled. And I am different. And I'm different in a good way. So I feel like what is sort of wanting to be seen and acknowledged about this is that you can bring an ending to that old version of you. And you can bring gratitude and awareness to all of the good that has come as a result of the interaction. I'm also hearing that when we're talking about this 9 of Pentacles, there's a step that you're going to want to take. There's a movement forward, and I feel like it is in the approach to the communication, the approach to the discussion around this tarot card. I'm also hearing very clearly to the tower card, the tower moment. Don't jump to conclusions. I want to say assuming makes an ass out of you and me, right? So don't assume anything. Don't jump to conclusions. Instead, 9 of Pentacles says, look around you. Look around at the environment. Look around consider the feelings, consider the physical things that are around you, consider the energetics that are around you, consider the mental thoughts that are going on, consider what that other person is thinking, feeling, seeing, touching, smelling, sensing, knowing, right? It's going through all of that process before you engage in questions. And then it's about asking the right questions. 9 of Pentacles not only is a card of gratitude, but it's also a card that symbolizes a lot of, like I always see a person who practices the piano. They want to learn piano, and they start off and they're just not very good. They're fumbling, they have to figure things out, they can't stretch their fingers wide. But with practice, over time, with repetition, they're able to learn a few songs and pick up some technique. And by the time they get to the 9 of Pentacles, they're given a concert. They're giving a concert where people have paid money to come and see them play. And they've played admirably and beautifully, and they've moved people. There's a perseverance that comes in the practice. And I feel like this is coming up and coming through for you guys as well with this tower moment, is to see how this situation might be practice to help you get to that 9 level, from the 8 to the 9. Again, you're on that path of mastery, right? You're on that path of mastery. This is all happening. Everything that happens to us happens so that we can grow, so that we can ascend into those higher awareness frequencies for ourselves as well as for those that we interact with. So I feel like that's what's going on with this tower moment. And you want to really be active in seeing and acknowledging how you've shifted and changed as a result of this person, as a result of this tower moment. And you want to give yourself permission to continue that perseverance to grow moving forward. Now, for some of you, that might not mean that you're going to stay in the relationship. The perseverance might be, okay, I'm learning a lot and maybe I'm done with learning this particular lesson and I'm going to move on. And for others of you, it's going to say, wow, I'm seeing my partner in a different light. And this is helping me to be able to address the real heart of the matter. Because oftentimes in a tower moment situation, you're not getting really to the real heart of the matter. You're all of a sudden just seeing all of the symptoms of that and it all comes crashing down. So be in acknowledgement of that. And then our third question, what is the gift of this tower moment going to be on the other side? You know, I'm all about predictive meets prescriptive, you know, and that's what it is. We want to know what it's going to be on the other side so we know how to get there. Ooh, the high priestess, intuition, complete knowing of yourself, trusting in your inner guidance. Some of you with this tower moment, the truth has been revealed. And the truth that has been revealed is going to be a little bit shocking for you because you're going to recognize, that was a fleeting feeling that I had a while back, but I ignored it or dismissed it, or I didn't understand it at the time. But now that this has happened, I knew this all along. So the high priestess is coming up and all of this situation is happening with the tower moment for you right now because it is helping you to trust in your inner guidance 110%. We are in a time where we are needing to be more intuitively led, intuitively guided, and making intuitive choices that lead to intuitive actions that provide ideal outcomes. And that's what I feel the high priestess is coming in to give you is, hey, you can trust yourself. You did have a sense of this, or you did know that this was something that was coming up. And don't beat yourself up for ignoring it or not understanding it when it came up. Now that, you know, when we know better, we do better. Now that you know, you're going to recognize the next time kind of a fleeting random thought pops into your head that isn't connected to ego, you're going to stop and say, wait a second. Let me go back to that a little bit. Let me sit in that. What does that mean? Let me explore that a little bit further. The high priestess is your friend. She's definitely going to help you to really tune in, to really listen to yourself. The high priestess also, I like to say, is the oracle. And this isn't going to resonate with all of you, but it is going to resonate with some of you. I always like to say with the high priestess, she's the oracle. And the difference between a sort of a psychic and an oracle is the psychic shares the information with you and there's a little bit of discussion. The psychic can use their own discernment to decide how they want to convey the information. The oracle just receives and delivers exactly what she receives in the same tone and style that she receives it. She doesn't give a fig for how you receive it or what you choose to do with it. She's literally just passing on the message. Thanks and next. So some of you, I feel, are also going to be connecting to that oracular energy where you are saying, okay, I'm seeing it very clearly. I'm seeing it for what it is. Thank you so much for the lesson. I got it, and I'm moving on, and I'm moving forward. Love and light, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. I'm moving forward with this lesson. So that is what's going on in the tower moment. I hope this information was so helpful, and I'm going to say to you, if you are kind of struggling, don't give up hope. I don't feel that this is a message for many of you that says, oh my God, everything is done and over with. This is a message to say there's something that needs attention. And it needs attention because you have manifested something that is for your highest and best. Trust in the process and learn to listen to yourself. That is our reading, guys. As always, sending you so much love and so much support. If you like what you see here, like, subscribe, click the bell, comment on this in the chat below. Would love to hear your comments and see what is going on in your world. Please follow me on YouTube and follow me on Blue Sky for more content and information like this. Can't wait to see you guys again. And, as always, It's Black Feather Couture, Divining a VIP Life. Go live your VIP life, and we'll see you on the flip side.